So, in theory, we're back. In theory. Oh no, God again. Sorry, Kiri. It is bloody odd that that happens. Okay, so we've got all of those in. That's good. That is good. Good, Bane. Thank you so much, Bane. I really do appreciate it. I don't know why my stream keeps going so funny. I wonder if it might be something to do with Restream. And I'll certainly look into that in the future, because if it is Restream that's causing the problems, then we might have to start choosing to do exclusive streams as opposed to specific ones. We will see. We will see. I do typically use something called Restream, which is a service where I stream to a single location and then it streams to both Twitch and to YouTube. So if I do continually get problems like this, I'll do a little bit of experimentation. I'll work out if Restream is the problem. If it is, I will I'll have a think about the way that I want to format my streams. So we've got all those strings in now, which is nice. And those ships and the ship unlock research, the fleet logistics research. That's all very good. The next set, I suppose, that we should probably concentrate on is frigates. Yay. Let's take a look at the frigates themselves. Scout and frigate, naturally, they're not going to be in the list. Hey, Vorik, how are you? I thought that was just a. I believe that was just a Klingon constructor. Nothing interesting about that one, I'm afraid to say. Nice, simple. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we need to. That's possible, Andrew. Yeah, the stream speed is up and down like a bloody yo-yo. It really is up and down like a yo-yo. Sometimes it seems fine, other times it seems absolutely abysmal. Just going to take a quick look at my stream settings, see if it's something I've done. But given her all she's got. Well, we'll see what keeps happening now. It doesn't seem to be going wrong for me. Like, based on what I can see, folks, the kilobytes a second for the stream is actually reasonable. There's no problem here. Let's keep an eye on it and see what it does. Alright, so based on what we can see, I've just changed my encoder. I changed my encoder from 264, which is software encoding, to NVEC, which is hardware encoding. So we'll see if that makes a difference. Naturally, as you can imagine, Sins is almost entirely CPU based, so perhaps the fact that I'm in developer mode of Sins and I'm streaming at a fairly reasonable quality margin is causing that problem. So if I have it on NVEC, which uses my GPU in order to encode the stream, that might make things a little bit easier for it. No, the stream's still going, folks. The stream, Saval, is not over. Let's see. So the Phobos class is, of course, the Corvette, and then we've got the anti-fighter one here, which is the Franklin class. They're both early, and the Daedalus class... What does the Daedalus do? So we've got an interesting interspersing of things. I can't look at any glorious Klingon ships because we've only got glorious Federation ships to look at the moment. When you say snipping tool, what do you mean? What mean you? Shipping tool? What you talking about? Does it look wrong? I'm not sure what you mean. Snip the research icons, Nightshade. You're not really making a lot of sense to me. Oh, yeah, now I understand what you mean. That's not really a big issue for me. I don't want them to be identical. I think that's the whole thing, and we've got to introduce some kind of variety in the game, and a little bit of difference within the research tree I do think is probably required. Because if everybody's going to be the Federation, why doesn't everybody be the Federation? So we do need some kind of we do need some kind of differences, as long as they're relatively equitable differences. So I'm giving myself inspiration by looking at the Fed tree and making sure that the changes that I do make aren't too wildly different. Now the Fed, it's got more going on because it's got refits that the Klingons don't have, of course. So siege vessel fairly early on. Now, of course, we've got 3 variants of the NX here. So I'll probably put like the standard cruiser at tier 3 rather than simply at tier 2. And then you've got your heavy frigate there. Okay. I'll look at that. I'm not going to look at that now, though. Moving positions is nice and easy, which I quite like. So as long as I actually put the research in, I don't suppose it really matters where it goes, because I can reposition them so easily just by changing 2 values. But I think I might have to come to the end of the stream in a couple of minutes. There's the ship that you wanted me to look at, Vorik. Do we have special ones? Oh yeah, we've even got little special mining things, look. How nice. Glowy red bits are always fun. Yeah, I think now might be a good time to finish this stream. Let me have a little bit of a relax. I do have some Star Trek Armada 3 to record, and I'm yet to decide whether I'm going to do it tonight or in the morning, because we need to continue our Klingon series. I hope you've enjoyed the nature of the stream today. I know it's just been me talking away to myself, but I hope you don't mind that. And I hope you're happy seeing the development of Ages of the Federation. If you, in fact, now's as good a time as any to talk about it. If you really, really like what I do as a content creator, and also like what I do as a modder, I'd really love it if you follow the link to my Patreon down below. Now, Patreon is a sponsoring, if you like, website whereby if you really like what somebody is doing, you can give them a little bit of money on a monthly basis in order to make sure that their either their content, their hardware, or what they're doing is as fully supported as possible. It is something I run. I've been running it for quite some time, but I don't usually talk about Patreon, and I don't usually talk about being sponsored or receiving donations or anything like that. It's not something that I usually have an interest in really talking about in any great depth, by virtue of the fact that I don't want to put pressure on anybody. But if you really like what I'm doing, please do take a look at it, and if it is within your means to do so, have a think about it. Thank you so much for watching this evening, and I hope you have a wonderful one. For now, this is the Gull, out.